They will not follow you because they will die. Simply, they will die. How long they can last doing this without earning? You are the role model. You are the example for them. That's why you must always be after your success. Be after your earning. Doing the things that will lead that your earning ceiling will go higher and higher and higher. How we do that? I would say, in my humble opinion, that for you as a leader, if you don't at least have 3 qualified tracking centers, you're not serious about doing this. You're not serious about being a leader. You are just telling that you want to become a leader, but you're not serious about it. At least, I'm saying at least, being more, what I will mention here is the least for you, for us to be able, and for you to measure your success, or to measure your earnings. How to make that? By at least qualifying 3 tracking centers. The real money will not come from one TC, from one qualified TC. And the fact is that you not qualify your tracking center, the other extensions 002, 003 from day one. From day one, you're losing much of business. You couldn't see the bigger picture. You don't see what is waiting in the future. And if you cannot see that, how can they see it? How can they feel it? Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. So you, as upline leader, must at least have 3 qualified tracking centers. Secondly, must push yourself to be earning from at least 2 of these tracking centers. At least 2 tracking centers. You must be working in 2 tracking centers minimum. Because normally or usually you will have a bit running site. Always. So the logic says that I should be building 2 legs on the other weak side. Are we together here? Yeah. So now you have 3 qualified tracking centers and minimum at least, and you at least have to building 2 tracking centers, making them 2 tracking centers earning. Because that's one way you also protect your earnings. That's one way, because you are the example. You are the one they look up to. You are the one they are following. You are the one they are watching. So for you to maintain your earnings, you need always to have at least 2 tracking centers earning. Because ups and downs happens. This line is this group of people, Diwali came, so they slow down. But this line of group, they are Muslims, they are still pushing. So you understand what I mean? Yes. That's why you need to have at least 2 tracking centers earning. To maintain your success, to maintain your earning, to maintain your commission checks, you also need to develop leaders. At least, you must at least. And as I said, don't fall in the trap on building the wrong leaders. The people you love, not necessarily that will become leaders. In fact, there's a question. They say, leaders, they inherit the leadership quality or they learn it. Some schools, they say they inherit. They come ready. Since they were born, they are leaders. And I don't believe in this school. I believe those who promote this is the laziest people. This is the people, they don't want to pay the price of developing people. Developing leaders require a lot of efforts, a lot of time, a lot of work. So those who don't want to do the work, they said, hey, they come ready. And you'll find books will say this. And I read it, some books in the leadership, and I just wonder, how come they can promote this? Being 12 years now in this, doing this business, I know that many people here became leaders, and in the first time, in the first place, they came with 0 leadership quality. But also you have to realize this, that leaders, you cannot, it's not like instant coffee. You just do, you become a leader. It requires a lot of work, effort, commitment from your side. plus, of course, commitment from his or her side. Are we together here? So you need to develop at least 6 leaders. Why I said at least 6 leaders? Because as I said, you're building 2 tracking centers, which means you have now 3 lines moving. If you have 3 lines moving, you must focus is 2 leaders at least in each line. Are we together here? That's one way you maintain your success. That's one way to maintain your commission check. That's how you push, one of the ways you use to push your earning ceiling, your commission ceiling. And also, you must continue not just building in one city. You always push yourself with your leaders to move to other cities. But as I said, you are the role model. You are the example. Monkey see, monkey do. Whatever you will do, they will do. You move to another city, start building. Your leaders will move to other cities, they start building. You do rule 3, your leaders will do rule 3. You sponsor more new people in the business, your people will sponsor more people in the business. You qualify 3 tracking centers minimum, your leaders will qualify minimum 3 tracking centers. You build 2 tracking centers, your leaders will build at least 2 tracking centers. You develop 6 leaders, each one of your leaders will focus on developing 6 leaders also. Are we together here? Then later will come the stage that you also have to push yourself, not just to continue building in the same country. You must also have other countries. This one way you maintain your success. This one way you maintain also your commission check. Simple reason. It's holidays, they come, business slow down. Sometimes natural crisis happen, correct? So sales slow down here, so you have another country to add to your sales. That's one way you maintain. Are we together here? Yeah. So now, by answering the question, how for them to follow me, we said, firstly, as I said, firstly, be a good follower. Secondly, be loyal enough. Thirdly, be successful. People will love and you want to follow successful people. And you should not accept that your commission check ceiling to stay in that level. It will always grow up, go higher, go higher, go higher. That's how you maintain people, your leaders, stay alive in your network. 4th thing, I would say, there is a say we've learned from Dr. Vijay. He would say, people, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. They don't want to know how much you know. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Which means the leaders you are developing, the 6 leaders I spoke about, they must feel and be sure and be confident that you are very keen on their earnings, very keen on their commission checks. Are you doing all this because of your earnings, because of your commission checks only? Or you really care about them also? Because I know for a fact, when I started 12 years ago, the guy who showed me the plan, or my upline, or the leader, or the person at that time, he was just for me some unknown person, was introduced to me by my younger brother. And he came and he showed me the plan. I never knew him before that day. But it became a lifetime relationship. We became buddies. We became brothers. It became family. Do you understand? So your leaders are your family. And everyone, of course, cares about his family members. True or false? So your leaders are your family. Your 6 people are the people you must be you care about the earnings, you care about the commission checks, and this is for you, it's the thing you have to wake up in the morning thinking about. Everything you do is how to make the 6 earnings go higher and higher. How to maintain the earnings. What is the next week? What is this week commission check? What is next week commission checks? These people commission checks. If there's anything not going wrong or not going good with them, you go down. Analyze, sit, study, go down, show the plan with them again, one by one. Make sure that you push them and you help them for them to reach their commission check. Simply, the computer will never fail you. They make the earnings, you will make the earnings. How do we know you care? When you really care. It's very simple. It doesn't need a lot of calculations. If you have 2 in every line, making 250, that means how much you're earning. If you have 2 in every line, making 500, how much your earning will become. If you have 2 in every line, everyone making 1,000, how much your earning will be. It's that simple. So for them to follow you, they want to know how much you care. They must know that you are not just after your earnings, your commissions, but you really care about the earnings and commissions. And the more you will go down and help them to push the earning to get these commissions going higher and higher, the more they will follow you. Remember that what we are doing here, we are answering the question, how to make them follow me. It's not about the question that been asked for many years, how I become a leader? I want to become a leader. How I become a leader? It's how the leader is someone who has followers. How to make them follow me. And that's what we are answering here now. So then, now you've been good followers, you've been loyal, doing all the required verification, successful enough, focusing on your earning, focusing on your downline earnings, showing them and helping them on how to reach the earning. What next you need to do? What next you need to do? People will love to follow courageous people. Not just successful, but also we love to follow courageous people. We love to follow those who are confident enough, those who are sure where they're going to, those who are sure of what's there at the end of the tunnel. They don't like to follow people who are not so sure, doubting, not positive. Your downlines, these people to follow you, they want to see how you will handle challenges. When I mean challenges, I don't mean just the challenges that always comes in the mind. The amount of rejections you meet every day, this is a challenge. Correct or wrong? They want to see how you handle these rejections, how you handle these objections. I still remember in my early days, it was very scary thing for me. When I'm going to do a presentation, especially a group presentation, I'm always afraid from the faces of the people that will give me the look. We sit in my BB and they give me the look. That for me was, when I'm at home, getting dressed, ready, going to the BB, in the early days, when I started, in my first few months, that was so freaking scary. And my mind was always busy with these people. Until one day, after going to my first V event, and I get to know the bigger picture, and my belief became higher. I said, what really I'm afraid of? Why I'm so scared from these people? So I used to come to the presentation, I just keep looking on the smiley face. In fact, in the beginning, of course, you don't see anything. You don't look at any face. Huh? When I started my first presentation, I used to look at the door. Then slowly, I realized, some smiley faces. Let me just look at it. Because when, like her sitting like this, I avoid completely looking, and someone is folding his arm like this, and look at me, and give me that, But until then, my business was struggling. It was not moving. It was not picking up. It was not shooting high. Until a day, I said, hey, why am I afraid of these people? What they will do for me at the end of the day? They will say what? No. They will make fun of me. So what? What will happen? When I made this conscious decision and I get rid of the old personality, the shy person, the scared person, the one who is afraid of facing people, and I came to the event and I decided to look, it's not only on the smiley faces, but to concentrate and to focus with those who is giving me the look. When I started doing this, things changed dramatically. And for me, it became like something I enjoy very much. I come to the presentation, I look at these people's eyes, they keep on giving me the look, I look at these people's eyes, and when then after a while like this, after a while like this, then you see the eyes doing like this. So, and then that's when I started to realize that's for me become this is the very successful moment for me. When I see the same person who came into my business presentation, folding his arms, giving me that look, and he starts smiling and his eyes blinking. You understand what I mean? That's when I know that, oh, I've done well. When I started not to avoid looking at these people's face, things changed dramatically. My earnings shooted high. And I realized at that moment that people, they love to follow those who are confident. How you show confidence? They love to follow those who are courageous enough. How you show courageousness? How you do that? By avoiding looking at people's face? By being scared from handling objections and rejections? I still remember also when I was going to do my one-on-ones, I pray, God, I hope He will not ask me that question. I know many of you, they do this. But things change when I start asking God, God, give me the wisdom to handle all the objections. When I started saying this to myself and programming myself and putting myself in that mindset, things start changing completely. People, they want to follow courageous people, confident people. So this is answering the question, how to make them follow me. They want to see you courageous enough. They want to see how you handle objections, how to handle challenges. When challenging times comes, what you do? Bad article about us in the news. What do you do? As an upline leader, you panic? You cannot panic. First thing, upline leader, you shouldn't ever panic. Panicking